Do global banks have more influence than governments? The answer may surprisingly be yes, revealing some shocking realities about global power. Their influence doesn't come from issuing decrees, but from subtly shaping the conditions under which governments are able to operate. A startling fact is that global banks, including investment banks and the IMF, control capital flows, which are the lifeblood of the modern economy. Governments need capital to fund their spending, and when they take on debt, they turn to markets dominated by banks. It's the banks that decide the terms of the loans. A refusal to provide financing can push a country's economy to the brink. Another shocking aspect is the mechanism of money creation. Most money isn't created by governments at all, but by commercial banks when they issue loans. This means that control over the money supply and the pace of economic growth lies largely in the hands of the banking sector. Central banks, though formally independent, are often staffed by individuals coming from the global financial world. Global banks also exert enormous influence on economic policy through lobbying. They spend billions shaping legislation that benefits them, such as deregulation. It's striking how often experts from major banks move into positions within governments or central banks, creating a revolving door that blurs the line between public authority and private capital. During financial crises, such as in 2008, the influence of banks becomes painfully obvious. Governments around the world had to bail out banks with trillions of dollars in public money. Policymakers argued that these banks were too big to fail, which in practice meant that their interests outweighed the fiscal sovereignty of nations. Additionally, global banks shape the very standards that govern the international system. Institutions such as the IMF impose political and economic conditions on countries that accept loans. These conditions often align with the interests of the global financial sector, revealing how illusory government independence can be. In summary, global banks wield financial and political tools that allow them to exert vast influence over national policy. Control of capital, the power to create money, lobbying, the ability to secure bailout packages, and influence over global standards are all shocking facts suggesting that their power often surpasses that of sovereign governments, making them the quiet architects of the global order.